Last year, I sold one of my stores that made me $775,000 in revenue. I sold it to a random guy on the internet for a little over $50,000. Let me tell you the one thing that's preventing you from getting to this level. It all comes down to product research, okay? So many of you are selling shitty fucking products that everyone else is selling online, and that's just not gonna make you any money, okay? You're competing in a red ocean market. So here are the 3 things that your product needs to contain for you to make sure that you have a valid banger product on your hands. First things first, it needs to solve an actual problem, okay? You need to solve a real issue for people. So if you're trying to make money with jewelry or clothing, it's just not gonna fly, okay? You're competing against millions of other brands and not solving anyone's actual real life problems. Second of all, you need to have a wow factor. This is the virality component to your product. And this could be anything from like a light feature, for example, or maybe your product is just really satisfying to watch. This makes sure that your ads will perform way better and your click-through rate is gonna be through the roof and your CPC is gonna be almost 0. Third of all is that your product needs to have a high perceived value. So let's take a teddy bear, for example. A teddy bear doesn't have a very high perceived value. It's just some fucking cloth and some wool in it, right? But you can also take that same teddy bear, add some technology and some light to it, for example, and suddenly it's perceived as way higher value. And so I actually sold a product like that, a teddy bear that had a light built in, and then it would mimic the sounds of the mother's womb. This basically solves a real issue for people. It has a wow factor to it and it has a high perceived value. And I made $10,000 with this exact product. And if your product doesn't have these 3 components, you're never gonna get to this level. If you want me to assess your product, leave your product name down below or your website or anything and send me a DM, and then I'll keep everything anonymous. And then I'll give you some honest feedback and tell you if it's a good product or not.